boom. Heyo, heyo. There it is. Looking live.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Memorial Herman Sugarland Hospital has been named.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free.
Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. And alright, sounding good.
I was on board and started trying to use that method. I was trying to get the chance for a long, long way. But a magnificent job taking care of the kids that they take care of. Just, I can't say any more than that. She just did a great job. And then the shows 75 bucks in there when I got there.
Now they're grandmothers.
But, yeah, but we had one dog at one time that brought in $27,000. One dog.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please turn your attention to the field for a very special presentation of State Representative Rick Miller.
Thank you very much. It's great to see so many people who are here. And I know there's some great fans up here in your event, right? I wish, if I had my wish, every seat would be filled with people in this community, Portland County, and certainly in honor of this man, this lovely wife, Carol, for what they have done for our community and our county, for CASA, for so many other entities. So I have a resolution from the state of Texas, and I'll read part of it. You heard a good bit of Bob's comments said earlier. It says this: whereas the Sugar Land Skeeters baseball team is recognizing Robert C. Brown III for his invaluable contributions to the community at the Fort Bend Legends program on August 22nd, 2019. And whereas a deserving recipient of this notable honor, Bob Brown, has supported the local community in a wide range of leadership roles, including chair of Fort Bend Corps and the Greater Fort Bend Economic Development Council. Moreover, he has given generously of his time and talents to the boards of such worthy organizations as the Fort Bend Chamber of Commerce, the Oak Bend Medical Center, Scout Advocates of Fort Bend, and Sugar Land Heritage Foundation. And whereas Mr. Brown's civic involvement has also extended beyond Fort Bend County, earned the deepest respect and appreciation of all Fort Bend County residents. Now therefore be it resolved that Robert C. Brown III be congratulated on his selection as a Fort Bend legend by the Sugar Land Skeeters, and that he be sent his sincere best wishes for the future. Signed by Rick Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Fort Bend legends, Bob and Carol Brown.
been waiting for is here.
What is up, Sugarland? Brandon MacArthur here. No Ryan Posner. Posner, he's actually away in Big Bear or something like that. He's out in the woods with a bunch of his guy friends. He says he's doing the fantasy NFL draft, but we all know Posner. Who knows what he's doing? Anyways, welcome into the final game here of the 7-game series as your Sugarland Skeeters are taking on the New Britain Bees. On the mound tonight for Sugarland will be Troy Scribner. He's 4-4 with a 3.4 ERA, and he'll be facing off against Akeel Morris, who's 4-3 with a 4.74 ERA. The Skeeters snap a losing skid with a late inning comeback over the Bees last night. Sugarland Skeeters defeated the New Britain Bees 3-2 here at Constellation on Wednesday night to earn their second victory in the first 6 games played of a 7-game series. Trailing 2-0 in the top of the 7th, the Bees took the first lead of the evening courtesy of a 2-out, 2-run homer to left center field off the bat of Jonathan Galvez. The 1-run cushion was short-lived as Albert Coco Cordero answered the bell 1/2 inning later, blasting a 2-out, game-tying solo big fly into the right field bullpen. The winning run would cross the plate 2 batters later on a drop pop-up by Galvez in fair territory, giving the Skeeters a 3-2 win. Well, warm-up pitches have been tossed. Scribner's ready to go, and that brings up the center fielder, number 15, Darren Ford. Ford on the season, he's hitting .267 with 3 home runs and 21 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Scribner, and it's going to be ball high, says the ABS automated system, so it'll make it 1 ball, no strikes here to Ford. This is Ford's 15th season of pro ball. It's his 2nd season with the Bees. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike on the inside corner, making it 1 ball, 1 strike here. Looking around the diamond, we got Phipps over there at first, Jansanti at second, Severio at short, and then you got Coco over in the 3rd spot. The 1-1 pitch to Ford fouled off to the back of the screen, so it makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. You got Cody Stanley, who's doing the catching duties. Out in left will be Bernard. Standing over in their center will be the blazing speed of Rico Noel. And out in right field will be the Z-Bear. Zach will be Bornstein. We talked to his dad last night, Dave Bornstein, and he dropped that nickname for us that he likes to be called the Z-Bear. So all you Skeeter fans, get out there and make sure you let him know that. Here's the 1-2 from Scribner, but Ford called for time right as Scribner started his motion, and the umpire granted it to him. So we'll do it again here at 1-2. Scribner kicks, fires, and it's going to be a weak chopper over to Coco, but in foul territory. So let's do this dance one more at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So even though this is Darren Ford's 2nd season with the Bees, it's his 3rd season in the Atlantic League. He played for the Somerset Patriots in 2017. In 2018, Ford, he was tied for 4th in the Atlantic League in games played and 4th in stolen bases with 36. 1-2, Scribner looking in for the sign from Stanley. He's got it, kicks, fires, and fouled off, drifting towards the fan over there behind the home dugout, and it will go foul. So 1 more time here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. In that same 2018 season, he led the club in hits with 132 and multi-hit games with 37. So Ford, that's probably why he's in the leadoff spot there. He's a guy that can make some contact. But last night, though, saying that, he was 0 for 4. So let's hopefully Scribner can make that magic happen again. The 1-2 is a slow dropping pitch that will be dropped in there for strike 3, says the ABS system. So ring him up for the first strikeout of the game and the first out.
Now attempting the bat, Ryan the Grandbaby Jackson!
And boy, did that get picked up on the microphone clearly. So that brings up the shortstop, number 8, he who shall not be named. And here's the first pitch from Scribner, and it's going to be a called strike 1 on the outside corner to he who shall not be named. He who shall not be named was 0 for 4 last night, but in the series he's 7 for 26. The 0-1 pitch is going to be a called strike in the inside corner, so quickly 0-2. Scribner, a starting pitcher who doesn't take too much time to get the sign and fire. Here's the 0-2 to who you shall not be named, and it's going to be a ball in dirt, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, the man that we're talking about, that we can't mention his name at the plate, it's his 11th season of pro ball, and it's his 1st with the Bees and 3rd in the Atlantic League. He was with the Skeeters in 2017 and also earlier this year. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Ring him up. Back-to-back strikeouts there from Scribner. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, 2 outs. And that brings up the 3-hole hitter, Bijan Rowan Gardner. He's 1-2 last night. He has 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run. But for the series, he's 9 for 21 with a double, 4 walks, 3 stolen bases, and 9 runs. Scribner, who's got the sign he wants, kicks, fires, and called strike on the inside corner, makes it no balls and 1 strike here to Bijan. Bijan, he's hitting .283 on the season, 13 home runs and 40 RBIs. The 13 home runs is trailing Jonathan Galvez for team lead. The 0-1 from Scribner is called strike on the outside corner. So no balls, 2 strikes, and Scribner doing a good job of getting ahead with fastballs and really bringing the cheese tonight. That last pitch, according to the radar, was about a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Scribner's got the sign he wants. Here's the 0-2 to Bijan, and it's going to be fouled off to the back of the screen, so we'll do it again at 0-2. Rademacher, it's his 8th season of pro ball, and it's actually his first in the Atlantic League. He has spent the 2018 season with the best minor league team, the AAA Iowa Chicago Cubs. Where there, he had .251, 31 RBIs, and 26 runs scored for them. The 0-2 pitch, Bijan went like he was going to swing for it, but was able to hold the back, so it'll be ball 1 here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, as Scribner so far, the first 2 batters he has faced, has K'd those guys up. He's looking into Stanley. He's got the pitch he wants, kicks, fires, and ball high. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rademacher, he was selected by the Chicago Cubs in the 13th round of the 2012 MLB draft out of Mesa, California. So, for those that don't know, yes, I am a diehard Cubs fan, but at the same time, Scribner throws a nasty pitch that's low in the dirt, and Bijan chases after it with a weak swing. So ring him up. 3 batters face, 3 strikeouts. It can't start any better for Troy Scribner. When we return here at Constellation Field, the Skeeters will get a chance to bat, and we'll see if we can put some runs on the board when we come back.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Welcome back to beautiful Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur in here tonight. As the Skeeters in the top of the half, Troy Scribner make a quick work of the Bees hitters, striking out all 3 that came up to the plate. And now they'll bring up the center fielder for the Sugarland Skeeters, Rico Noel. So far for the Skeeters tonight, it'll be Noel in the leadoff, and then Bernard behind him, Phipps in the 3-hole, the Z-Bear in the 4-hole, DJ Peterson hitting 5th. Coco, he'll be hitting 6th. Captain Sugarland, Anthony Jansanti in the 7-hole. It'll be Cody Stanley hitting 8th, and then finally batting 9th will be Juan Silverio. So Akil Morris here on the bump for the Bees. He's got the sign that he wants, kicks, fires, and too high and tight, says home plate umpire, so it makes it 1 ball and no strikes. Morris again, he is 4-3 on the season with a 4.74 ERA. Skeeters saw him 5 days ago as he was able to get the win against Sugar Land, as he went 6 1/3, allowing 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 8 Ks, and facing 21 batters. Here's the 2-0 to Noel. Low, so quick 3-0 here for Rico. Last thing you want to do if you're Morris is put Rico on, as he is an automatic threat to steal some bags. Here's the 3-0 to Rico, and ball 4, so 4 straight pitches and 4 straight balls, and Rico Noel will trot on down to first base. So that brings up the second hole hitter. That'd be Winton Bernard. Bernard, a .285 hitter with 2 home runs, 19 RBIs. He has a .308 on-base percentage and a .390 slugging average. So far, last night he was 0 for 3, but on the homestand in 6 games, he's 6 for 25 with a run, a homer, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base. Good size lead from Rico Noel over at first base, and he's already off, and it's going to be a hit and run, but a diving stab from Ozzy Martinez, and from his knees will throw out Bernard, but I see some hands up, and it's actually home plate is saying catcher interference. So Bernard will get the bag, Rico will stand over at second, and even though Ozzy Martinez made a beautiful diving stab, all for nothing. It's again catcher interference. So that brings up the 3-hole hitter, the powerful man, Dennis Phipps. Phipps leads the Skeeters in home runs, as he has 19 on the season. It's a .249 average with 61 RBIs. Last night did go 0 for 4, but on the homestand he's 5 for 24, 4 runs, a double, 4 RBIs, and 3 walks. The fact that Phipps hasn't hit a home run yet, you got to figure he's probably due today. So runners on second and first, Rico standing at second. You got Bernard over there at first base. The pitch from Morrison, huge swing and a miss there from Dennis to make it no balls and 1 strike. This is Phipps' second season with the Skeeters and his 14th in the professional level. We were lucky enough to have Dennis last year on the championship team, hoping to recreate that magic. And they're doing a good job trying to hold Rico on, but no throw over, and that pitch will be called for a strike on the inside corner, making it no balls and 2 strikes. Apologize for that whipping sound you hear, fans, as that wind is rocking the crowd mic. No balls, 2 strikes here to Dennis. Morris comes set, checking on Noel over at second. Rico getting a bigger lead, so that rattled Morris a little bit, so he'll step off. Wind blowing in, as it usually does here at Constellation. So, again, going to take some good muscle to knock one out of here. The 0-2 to Phibbs is going to be ripped, but Jason Rogers jumps up, makes the snag, and tags Bernard on the back hit before he can get back to first base. So that will be a double play there, as Jason Rogers, again, he's a big man, but boy, does he have some hops over there, as he is using his full stretch as he snagged one out of the air and was able to tag Bernard before he could get back over to first base. So that makes it 2 down, and that brings up the Z-Bear, Zach Bornstein. Bornstein, a .262 hitter with 16 home runs and 51 RBIs. Morris comes set, checks on Rico, kicks, fires, and it'll be a dribbler right there in front of the catcher, who picks it up easily, fires it over to first base for out number 3. So the first 2 runners got on for the Skeeters to no prevail, and that will do it here for the bottom of the first. When we head to the top of the second, the Bees will come up to the plate when we return.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur in for Ryan Posner, as your Skeeters are still tied with the New Britain Bees, 0-0 after one. Scribner on the mound as he faced his first three batters. He retired them all. Scribner struck out 10 batters on June 7th at Southern Maryland, which was a single game high for the Skeeters this season. Scribner's 10 strikeouts are also tied for third most in a single game for an Atlantic League pitcher this season. The 10 strikeouts are also tied for second most in a single game in Skeeters history. And yes, for those fans at home, it was Barrett Liu who holds the Skeeters single game strikeout record with 11 batters back in 2016. Well, that brings up the four-hole hitter, the gluteus maximus hitter, if you're a fan here at the ballpark. That would be Jason Rogers. He is a huge fan of ours up in the press box. So if you're a New Britain fan listening in, let Jason know that he is quite a fan favorite of ours. But Jason Rogers will hit a sky-rocking pop fly over to Zach Bornstein in right field, who camps underneath it and squeezes it for out number one. So, one up, one down here for the top of the second. And that brings up the five-hole hitter, Jared James. James, a .271 hitter with 3 home runs and 29 RBIs on the season. James, so far, he is 2 for 10 on the series with 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. Scribner has the pitch he wants, kicks, fires, and it's going to be ripped to Rico, who is lazily drifting underneath it and makes the squeeze for out number 2. So, again, 2 up, 2 down here for Scribner, as he is making quick work of these bees. And that brings up the ever-changing number. If he's wearing a gray uniform, it's number 22, but tonight in the black uniforms is number 10, Jonathan Galvez. The designated hitter is has a 315 average with 16 home runs and 70 RBIs. Those 16 home runs, again, lead the Bees. First pitch to Galvez is called a strike on the outside corner. Galvez just asking the umpire where was it, but it's going to be in the same place, buddy, because we got an ABS strike system here. The 0-1 is right down the middle, and another 0-2 here as Scribner's really finding the zone quickly here. No balls, 2 strikes. Troy's got the pitch he wants. Winds, kicks, fires, and fouled off, so we'll do it again here at 0-2. Galvez, this is his 12th season of pro ball, 2nd with the Bees, and 5th season in the Atlantic League. He was a longtime Bluefish. 0-2 is swung on and fouled off after a beautiful off-speed pitch that registered 70 miles per hour on the gun. That's a 20-mile-per-hour difference between his fastball and his off-speed. So that is quite the adjustment that these hitters will have to make. 0-2, 2 down here in the top of the second. Scribner looking in for the pitch that he wants. He's got it. Kicks, fires, and fouled off again. And that one flies into the concourse. So, no balls and 2 strikes. Galvez in 2017 with the Bluefish led the team in home runs, RBIs, runs, walks, while tying the club in doubles. So this guy can swing the lumber, needless to say. 0-2 is swung on. It was foul tip, but Cody Stanley was able to squeeze it for out number 3. So far for the Bees, 6 up, 6 down there for Scribner. When we come back, we'll see if the Skeeters can break this 0-0 tie here in the bottom of the second when we return here at Constellation Field.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here as the Sugarland Skeeters are still tied 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. The story so far is Troy Scribner as he has faced 6 batters and retired all 6, the first 3 all by strikeout. So that brings up the 5-hole hitter. That's number 23, DJ Peterson. Also, I'd like to give a quick shout out to any of my students who are tuning into the broadcast at Greenwood Forest. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you in class tomorrow. So make sure you get a good night's sleep for Friday's class. Peterson, a .325 hitter with 5 home runs and 13 RBIs on the season. First pitch from Morris is a ball high. So 1 ball, no strike here to Peterson. Here's the 1-0 from Morris, and it's going to be too far outside, says the home plate umpire, so 2 balls and no strikes to DJ. It is viral night here at Constellation Field, so it's basically meaning anything that is a viral meme, video, whatsoever, we are exploiting it like crazy. So if anybody is able to see Shea Villarreal, our graphics designer, he has done a wonderful job here with the headshots of the players. They are quite hilarious. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Peterson. And the 2-1 is driven deep to center. Racing back to the wall, to the warning track, leaps up and against the wall, makes the snag for out number 1. What a play by Darren Ford out there in center field as Peterson gave that a ride. But nice job by Ford tracking it back, making a leap out the wall, and snagging it for out number 1. That brings up third baseman Albert Coco Cordero. Coco, a .225 hitter with 10 home runs, 46 RBIs on the season. And Coco, boy, you want to talk about some hot Coco. Over his last 24 games, he's gone 28 for 87. That's .322 average with 12 runs, 7 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, and 22 RBIs. First pitch to Coco is going to be a ball inside to make it 1 ball, no strikes here. Morris looking in for the sign. Got it, kicks, fires. Ball in the dirt, so it's 2 balls, no strikes here to Albert. Albert so far, he's 9 for 22 on the series. 3 runs scored, a double, triple, 2 homers, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks. 2-0 pitch is a ball, says the automatic ball system, so it makes it 3 balls and no strikes here to Albert. Morris comes set, kicks, fires, and strike, says the home plate umpire, so it makes it 3 balls and 1 strikes. That might have been a little bit low, but I can't complain about the automatic ball strike system, so there you go. There's the 3-1 to Coco. It's an inside jam shot. It's going to be a weak dribbler over to second base who scoops it up, fires it over to Rogers for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here for Sugarland. That brings up number 21, Captain Sugarland, Anthony Jansanti. Jansanti, a .235 hitter with 7 home runs and 39 RBIs. His average in homers is down from last year, but he is an absolute heartbeat of this team. Here's the first pitch to Captain Sugarland, and it's going to be ripped to Ozzie Smith over there. Ozzie Smith, that'd be cooler. Ozzie over there at third base, scoops it up, fires it over to Jason Rogers in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down from the Skeeters. We'll see what's going to happen in the top of the third when we return.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
Welcome back to Consolation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur filling in for Ryan Posner. Again, Posner out in the woods with his guy friends doing a fantasy draft. And right now, we're still nothing as we head to the top of the third. And that brings up the third baseman, Ozzie Martinez. I absolutely called him Ozzie Smith last inning as he was able to get the last out. Martinez, a .229 hitter with 3 home runs and 17 RBIs on the season. Scribner has the sign, kicks, fires, ball high. So it makes it 1 ball, no strikes here to Martinez. Martinez last night was 1 for 4 with an infield single and a strikeout. On the series, he's 2 for 16 though, with 4 strikeouts, and he's grounded into a double play. The 1-0 pitch is called a strike on the outside corner, so it makes it 1 ball, no strikes here to Ozzie Martinez. And the 1-1 is swung on and missed from Ozzie, so it makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes here to start the top of the third. Scribner, boy, does he work quickly. You gotta love that if you're a fan. There is no slow baseball coming from that guy. 1-2 pitch from Ozzie Martinez is inside, called strike 3, says home plate umpire. Ring him up for out number 1. And that is strikeout number 4 here for Scribner. We're only in the top of the third. He's gone 2 1/3 so far. That brings up the catcher, number 30, Logan Moore. And it's his birthday today, so happy birthday, Logan. Moore, he's a 200 hitter, so the Mendoza line with 9 homers and 46 RBIs. Here's the first pitch to the birthday boy, and it's going to be a called ball. So it makes it 1 ball, no strikes. Scribner looking for the sign from Stanley. He's got it. Winds, fires, and the birthday boy rips one to right field. Bornstein's on his horse to get it, but he's not going to get there in time as the ball will bounce at the base of the warning track, hop over the fence for a ground rule double. So that is actually the first hit of the ball game for either team, and that breaks up Scribner's no-hitter as Moore is able to get on with a double. That brings up the second baseman, number 4, Rando Moreno. Moreno, a 180 hitter with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. Scribner checks over there at Moore at second base, kicks, fires, swung on and missed there from Rando. So it makes it no balls and 1 strike. Still 1 down here in the top of the third. Moore standing at second, Moreno at the dish. Scribner kicks, fires, and swung on and missed again there from Rando Moreno. So it brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Again, if you hear some crackling fans, that's just the wind that's hitting the crowd mic there. Believe it or not, it seems to be a lot more wind than I thought there would be. Scribner trying to knock some dirt off of his cleats there, so first time, I think this is the longest time it's taken to throw a pitch to the hitter. No balls, 2 strikes here to Rando Moreno. Scribner looking in for the sign, still looking, comes set, kicks, fires, and swung on and missed. See you later, Rando Moreno, for strikeout number 5 here for Troy Scribner. That 10 strikeouts that he had earlier in June seems to be threatened now, as Scribner is absolutely dealing. So that flips the lineup over to the top of the lineup here for the Bees as Darren Ford comes back up. Ford 0 for 1 with the strikeout on the day. Again, Ford, 267 hitter with 3 homers and 21 RBIs. Scribner checks on Moore at second base, and it will be a ball too low in the dirt. That pitch coming in at 69 miles per hour. Nice. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Darren Ford. Ford last inning made an absolutely stunning catch against the wall. And the 1-0 will be called a ball too high and tight, says home plate umpire, so it makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Jansanti and Silverio not really even worried about holding Moore on over there at second base. Scribner checking on him anyways, kicks, fires, and Ford gets underneath one, drives it deep back to the wall, and gone off the HEB Picnic Plaza for a 2-run blast there from Darren Ford, and homer number 4 on the season, and RBI 23. And if you listen in closely, fans, you're going to hear something when he touches home plate. There it was. A little childish, but my lord, is it funny. So that brings up the second hitter. Let's hear it.
Ryan the Crybaby Jackson!
He said it, not me. That's number 8, he who should not be named, playing shortstop tonight. And his first at-bat, he struck out. Here's the first pitch, and he hits one over to Bornstein in right field, drifting over and makes the snag. And that shall do it. Damage done by Darren Ford as he hit a 2-run blast into the left field Picnic Plaza. Skeeters down 2-0 when we return here in the bottom of the 3rd.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur in tonight for Ryan Posner. Skeeters down 2-0 after Darren Ford's 2-run blast. So that brings up the catcher, number 12, Cody Stanley. Stanley, a .258 hitter with 4 homers and 31 RBIs on the season. So far right now, as we head to the bottom of the third, Akil Morris still has a no-hitter going. I repeat, still has a no-hitter going. And Stanley looking to see if he can break up that no-hitter. First pitch is a ball low, makes it 1 ball and no strikes to Cody. Morris messing with the mound a little bit on the landing spot. I think he's just coming down a little bit uncomfortable. Here's the 1-0 to Cody, and it's going to be a call. The 1-1 pitch fouled off into the fans, so it makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Cody. Cody Stanley is 30 years of age, made his major league debut in 2015 with the St. Louis Cardinals, going 4 for 10 with 2 runs and 3 RBIs through 9 games played. The 1-2 to Stanley is going to be fouled off. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Cardinals drafted Stanley in the 4th round of the 2010 MLB draft out of the University of North Carolina at Wilmington. The 1-2 to Cody is popped up high, drifting over towards the third base side, and it will reach the stands for another souvenir. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Cody. Nobody on as we start the bottom of the third. Skeeters still trailing 2-0. Morris pitches one over the plate to Stanley, who gets a hold of it, but it's ripped right towards the center fielder, Darren Ford, who camps underneath it and squeezes it for out number 1. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop, Juan Taki Silverio. Juan, he was 1 for 2 last night with a run and a walk. On the series, he's 6 for 20, 3 runs scored, a triple, a homer, 8 RBIs, 3 walks, and a stolen base. I'm laughing at his headshot there, as that one's pretty funny. I wish you fans, if you're here at the ballpark, you should be enjoying it too. Juan faked like he was gonna bunt and pulled the bat back. Make it 1 ball and no strikes here. Juan's a .280 hitter with 12 homers and 55 RBIs. Here's the 1-0, and it's gonna be a called strike, says home plate umpire, to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Morris checking in for Moore, who's doing the catching duties. He's got the pitch he wants, fires, kicks, and Juan will foul one off towards the first base side where the inflatables are. So we'll do it at 1 ball and 2 strikes here at the bottom of the third. Again, it is viral night here at Constellation, just meaning any viral stuff. I believe on Twitter we released all the memes and stuff that were quite hilarious. The 1-2 to Silverio, swings and misses. So he'll go down with a strikeout here for out number 2. Flips it to the top of the lineup for Rico Noel. Rico last at bat, he had 4 straight balls to start the top of the first inning. So he'll still come up 0 for 0 on the day with a walk. Rico, a .260 hitter with a homer and 8 RBIs. Morris has the sign he wants, kicks, fires way high and tight. Little chin music there for Rico as he's able to duck out of the way real quickly for the first ball. Rico, he didn't start the season with the Skeeters, but when he did come on, my lord, the man was a stolen base machine, where I believe he set the record for the Skeeters with 6 stolen bases in 1 game. 1-0 pitch to Rico, called strike on the inside corner to make it 1 ball and 1 strike here. Still 2 down for the Skeeters as Stanley and Silverio went down. The 1-1 is going to be a ball in the dirt to make it 2 balls and 1 strike here. Morris checking in the sign for Moore. He's got what he wants, kicks, fires, and Rico rips one down the third base line, but just foul. So it brings the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Akil Moore still has a no-hitter here in the bottom of the third. For those that are wondering why I'm stressing that, is obviously you're trying to break the curse. You talk about what you're not allowed to talk about, which is a no-hitter. And I'm going to keep talking about how Akil Morris has a no-hitter here in the bottom of the third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here to Rico. Kicks, fires, and ball, says home plate umpire, so it runs the count full. Rico so far this series, 3 for 19 with 2 runs, a double, 2 stolen base, and 2 walks so far. Morris looking in, has what he wants, kicks, fires, and Rico grounds one over to Ozzy Martinez at third, but again drifts foul, so let's do it again here at 3-2. Basically, it's the Mexican League. And Rico gets the first hit right up the middle for the Sugar Land Skeeters. Told you, fans, you keep talking about the no-hitter, good things happen. So for the first hit for Sugar Land, as Rico rips one right back up the middle, and he'll walk on over there basically to first base. And again, Rico's an absolute threat to swipe some bags here. So that brings up left fielder number 28, Wynton Bernard. Bernard last at-bat had a catcher interference, so he was able to scamper on over to first base, but only to get doubled up after Jason Rogers made a beautiful snag on an absolute screamer from Dennis Phipps. Morris a little bit worried about Rico over that first base for good reason. He'll throw on over there, but Rico doesn't even have to slide. He's back in plenty of time. Bernard, a .285 hitter with 2 home runs and 19 RBIs on the season. First pitch to Bernard is a skyrocketing foul ball over the backstop. So it makes count no balls and 1 strike here. Rico over at first base with a good size lead. Wouldn't be surprised if he takes off here in the next few pitches. Morris comes set, kicks, fires, and ball, says home plate umpire. So that makes the count even here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, still 2 down. Rico over at first. Skeeter still trailing 2-0 after the Darren Ford home run last inning. Morris fires and called strike, so it makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Bernard. Bernard in the 6 games so far this series is 6 for 25 with a run, a homer, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base. Rico takes off, but Bernard swings at one that was high and tight, and he will foul it off over at the third base side. So Rico Noel will have to trot on back to first base, and we'll do it again here at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bernard, 28 years of age, entering his first season with the Skeeters and his 8th at the professional level. He began the 2019 season with the AA for organization Tennessee and the AAA Iowa with the Cubs minor league system. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Bernard. And Morris will throw over to first base. Rico having to dive back that time, but he's still back in plenty of time. So let's do this dance again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morris looking for Morris signal. He's got what he wants. Kicks, fires, ball too far inside to the home plate umpire. Runs the count even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With the AAA Cubs, Bernard was hitting a combined .278 with 2 homers and 15 RBIs in 52 games. Morris comes set, kicks, fires. Rico takes off. The ball gets away from Logan Moore behind the plate. Rico sees that, will round second base aggressively, but decides to hold up. So that will be another stolen base here for Rico. As I will try to see how many that is on the year. As I look through my notes here, thanks from Posner for leaving those behind for me, buddy. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's too hard to find. Let's just say Rico has a ton of stolen bases. So the count's full here to Bernard. Rico getting a huge lead with nobody holding him on. Morris kicks, fires. Bernard skyrockets 1 foul, but it looks like it's going to drift far enough out of play. And that ball, woo! Ricochets off the sweets, comes flying down, almost hits Swatson. Swatson fired up. He's going over to the screen. He's into the face of Bernard. Swatson didn't like that very much. I mean, come on, guys. Where's his handler at? How come he's not watching that? So 3 balls, 2 strikes here. Morris kicks, fires, and Bernard gets underneath one and will skyrocket 1 foul over to the first base side this time. So let's do it again here at full count. Rico last night, he was 0 for 3 with a walk. Oh, my apologies. Bernard last night. Why did I say Rico? My apologies. Got Rico on the brain. Bernard, same thing. He was still 0 for 3. So, that was easy. Morris has the sign that he wants. Comes set. Checking on Rico a lot. Still checking on Rico. At this point, he's just checking him out. Kicks, fires, and a very awkward swing and miss there from Bernard for out number 3. So even though Rico made it to second, Skeeters couldn't drive him in. They still trail 2-0 as we head to the top of the 4th when we return here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur in with you tonight as we had a little bit of a delay as a Chevy truck was driving around on the outfield dirt as we celebrated. I apologize. I know his last name's Brown as we celebrate him as he was waving to the crowd and they drove him around. So Scribner, he was done with his warm-up tosses, but we had to wait till the truck cleared the field. That brings up the right fielder, number 28, Bijan Rodemaker. Rowan Gardner, he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And so far, he is up in the count 2-0 here on Scribner as the first 2 pitches were too far out of the zone, says the home plate umpire. So it brings it to 2 balls and no strikes. Bob Brown, thank you so much there, Troy. I appreciate you. Good old Bob Brown. So, the third pitch here to Bijan Raja is going to be a ball too far inside. Makes it 3-0 here. Scribner has the sign he wants from Stanley. Kicks, fires, and called strikes. So it brings the count to 3-1 here to Baj Rajaba. Rademacher, let's see what he is. He's a 283 hitter with 13 home runs and 40 RBIs on the season. 3-1 is going to be fouled off, so it runs the count here even. Nice job by Scribner battling back from a 3-0 count here. Bijan Rajamajaba on the season, or I'm sorry, in the series, he's 9 for 21 with a double, 4 walks, 3 stolen bases, and 9 runs scored over this 7-game series. 3-2 from Scribner is going to be swung on and fouled, so we'll do it again here at a full count. Bijan Rademacher, again, it's his 8th season of pro ball, his first in the Atlantic League. So far in his minor league career, he's played 702 games where he's a 280 hitter, 39 home runs, 282 RBIs, and 305 runs scored. Again, over 702 games. Here's the 3-2 from Scribner, and ball high out of the zone. So Bijan will stroll on down there to first base. And that brings up the big gluteus maximus hitter, Jason Rogers. Again, Rogers is an absolute joy there, as he gets a kick out of Shea Villarreal's music that he plays for him. Always coming up with a smile, always kind of just in a jovial mood, man. But so far, Rogers, I believe Shea's playing a little Rod Stewart there. Rogers, a 309 hitter with 9 homers and 75 RBIs. Last at bat, though, he flew out to Bornstein and right. First pitch from Scribner is going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Makes it no balls and 1 strike. Rodemaker over at first after he walked. And Scribner quickly ahead, 0-1 here to Rogers. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's going to be a called strike 2 on the outside corner. Jason wasn't a fan of it, but ABS was, and that's all we care about. Again, it's Jason Rogers' 10th season of pro ball, and it's actually his 2nd with the Bees. He led New Britain in the batting average with 297 and multi-RBI games with 19. No balls, 2 strikes. Scribner taking a long time to get the sign that he wants. He's finally got it. Kicks, fires. A ball in the dirt so badly that it gets by Cody Stanley. Bijan will scoot on up to second base on the pass ball. So it runs the count up to 1-2 here to Jason Rogers, with Bijan Rodemaker standing over there at second base. Again, Skeeters are still trailing 2-0 here in the top of the 4th, after Darren Ford hit a ball to left field that still hasn't come down quite yet. Rogers, he was a Milwaukee Brewer from 24-15 and a Pirate in 2016. Oh man, another ball gets through the wickets of Cody Stanley, and it rolls to the back. It's up, and Bijan will now walk on over to third base. So 2 straight pitches that get past the catcher, Cody Stanley, and it runs the count to 2-2 here for Jason Rogers. You don't see that too often, where 2 straight balls get by a catcher. Rogers, while he was in his major league career, he played 117 games, where he was a 258 hitter with 4 home runs and 18 RBIs. The 2-2 to Rogers is going to be ripped back to Scribner, but it actually gets right by. Good job by Jan Santee hustling on over to close the gap. He'll scoop it up, fired on over to first base in time for out number 1. That ball was smoked back to Scribner, and because of that, Bijan had a freeze at third. Even though it got by him, it wasn't hit hard enough for him to try to scamper on home. And good play there by Jan Santee, making the throw over to Phipps at first base for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th. Brings up left fielder number 11, Jared James. James 0 for 1 on the night as he flew out to center his last at bat. Scribner comes set, kicks, fires, and ball low. Makes it 1 ball and no strikes. James, a 271 hitter with 3 homers and 29 RBIs on the season. Scribner kicks, fires way too far inside, so it runs the count up to 2-0. Troy Scribner, he is phenomenal in about the first 3 innings, as we were able to see. Makes quick work, but then as the later innings start to kind of run together, kind of falls off. That doesn't have that same kind of rhythm. But nonetheless, Troy Scribner is an absolute strikeout king, so he is somebody that can catch fire at any moment and just start ringing them up. And speaking of, the 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed from James, so it runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Scribner taking a long time to get the sign. He's got it now. Comes set, kicks, fires, and too far inside, says home plate umpire. Runs the count to 3-1 here to Jared James. So 3 balls, 1 strike here at the top of the 4th. Skeeter still trailing the Bees for 2-0. The 3-1 pitch is too far outside, says home plate umpire. So that'll be the 2nd walk of the inning here as Jared James will trot on down to first base. That brings up number 22 or 10, depending on the day, Jonathan Galvez. Galvez, the designated hitter tonight. Last night he played second base, where he cost the Bees the game, if we're being blunt about it, after a high skyrocketing infield, basically an infield fly, but not an infield fly rule, went off the tip of his glove and allowed the Skeeters to score the late game run. The ball is ripped to Phibbs over at first base, who comes up firing at home for Stanley to place a tag on Bijan in time for out number 2. Great heads-up baseball there from Dennis Phibbs, as he was able to gun down Bijan Rodemaker trying to score, and the Skeeters get the go-ahead runner at the plate to preserve their 2-0 lead for out number 2. That moves the runners over to second and first with 2 outs. But again, Dennis Phibbs with a beautiful gold glove over there, saving the Skeeters a run. So that brings up number 1, the third baseman, Ozzy Martinez. Martinez walked in his last at-bat, so he's still 0 for 0 on the day. He's a .229 hitter, 3 homers and 17 RBIs. Scribner kicks, fires, called strike. Down the middle, says the umpire. That wasn't a hard one to call. Makes it no balls and 1 strike. Galvez at first, James over there at second, Martinez at the dish. Scribner again with that real slow, it's almost like an ephus, to be honest with you. I know it's probably a curveball or something like that, but when he's dropping it in there at 68 miles an hour, that's just it's a horse of a different color. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Scribner trying to work himself out of a jam. He checks on James over there at second. Kicks, fires, and called strike, says umpire. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, I apologize for that wind just kind of rocking the crowd mic there, as the wind is blowing in kind of from right center. The flag's looking beautiful. Scribner taking a long time to get the signal from Stanley. I'm surprised Martinez hasn't called for time. And now doesn't even call for time, just walks out of the box, and still nothing happens. So let's do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scribner has the pitch he wants now. Comes set, checking on James at second. Kicks, fires, swung on, grounded weakly over to Silverio, who scoops it up at shortstop. Fires on over in time for out number 3. So great job from Troy Scribner and the defense from the Skeeters, getting out of that jam and not allowing the Bees to score a run. So it's still 2-0 here, Bees leading as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Let's see what the Skeeters can do when we return here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Consolation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here with you as we're rocking in on a Thursday. Skeeters still trailing 2-0, and that brings up the Big Daddy Dennis Phipps. Phipps 0 for 1 as he hit an absolute rocket over to the first baseman, Jason Rogers, who was able to get up and make a double play that really changed the tide. The 0-1 pitch low in the dirt and scoots by Logan Moore, so that runs the count even here at 1-1. Phipps is actually, his 19 home runs doesn't only just lead the Skeeters, it's actually tied with the Atlantic League lead in home runs. 1-1 pitch is fouled off to the back screen, makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thumping with you on a Thursday, you're exactly right. Here's the 1-2 from Morris. He kicks, fires, and Phipps will watch a ball low, and that runs the count even at 2-2. Phipps, 249 hitter, 19 homers, 61 RBIs on the season. The 2-2 way too far inside. See what I did there? Runs the count full, makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morris checking in for the sign, has what he wants, kicks, fires, and ring him up, says home plate umpire. Phipps didn't like it, but unfortunately that will be out number 1 here to start the bottom of the 4th. That brings up the Z-Bear, Zach Bornstein. Bornstein still looking for his first hit on the day. Z-Bear, my lord, he is the Bornstein Bear. Over his last 22 games has gone 28 of 82. That's good for a 341 average. First pitch from Morris is fouled off to the backstop, so that makes it no balls and 1 strikes. In those 22 games, he has 3 doubles, a triple, 5 homers, and 10 RBIs. He's actually 10th in the Atlantic League with 16 home runs. And those home runs, they're actually, Bornstein has only played in 73 games, so he's actually the fastest to reach that mark in the Atlantic League. Here's the 0-2 to the Bear, and he will rip that foul off the backstop. So let's do it again at 0-2. 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th after Dennis Phipps went down looking. Morris checking in on the sign from Logan Moore. He's got what he wants. Kicks, fires, and the Bear rips one past the second baseman, Moreno, for the second hit for the Sugar Land Skeeters. And the first base runner here in the bottom of the 4th. So nice job by the Bear as he's continuing swinging that hot bat. That brings up my DJ Peterson. Peterson last at bat hit an absolute bomb to straightaway center field. 405 here to center here at Consolation Field. But Darren Ford, the center fielder, was able to track it down, leap up against the wall, and snag Peterson of easily extra bases. Bornstein, good side lead over there at first base, but Morris will kick, fire, and Peterson hits a shot in the air that might clip a 747, but unfortunately it comes back down, and Logan Moore squeezes it for out number 2. Bornstein tried to see if he could catch him napping, took off running, but a heads-up play there from Morris and throws out Bornstein at second base for out number 3. So just like that, the Skeeters shoot themselves in the foot. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Skeeters still down 2-0 when we return.
Your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur subbing in for Ryan Posner. No worries, fans. Ryan will be back next homestand, and he'll be rocking on the 1s and 2s for you, just filling in this one game, so I appreciate you sticking with me here. Skeeters still trailing 2-0 in the top of the 5th. That brings up the catcher, number 30, Logan Moore. First pitch from Scribner is called a strike on the outside corner, makes it no balls and 1 strike. Moore, he's 0 for 1. I think that's a mistake. He should be 1 for 1 with a double. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, so it brings the count to no balls and 2 strikes here on Logan Moore. Scribner, so far he's thrown an absolute gem as he's only given up 2 runs, 2 hits, but those 2 runs did come on a Darren Ford blast to the left field picnic plaza. The 0-2 is a ball low in the dirt. Good block there from Cody Stanley. That runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. And not something you see too often there, as the pitcher, going to transfer it from his glove to his hand, drops it and dribbles on in front of him. Scribner comes set. He's got the sign he wants from Stanley. Kicks, fires, and ooh, inside. Scribner looks up to the sky and didn't like that call, so again, a basketball from the sport court comes down to left field. Wynton Bernard chasing it down. Oh, look at that boot. Texans, if you need a punter, Wynton Bernard, left fielder. Beautiful kick. I believe that was left-footed, too. Absolute Ronaldo did. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Logan Moore. And too far inside, so that runs the count full here. Makes it 3-2 here to start the top of the 5th. Scribner looking in for the sign from Stanley. They got what he wants now, but Moore calls time right as Scribner started his windup. For those that don't know, umpire doesn't necessarily have to grant time, and it's kind of unusual he did it in the middle of his windup. Oh, the 3-2 pitch is a beautiful dropping. Again, I guess that's a curveball at 67 miles per hour on the outside corner. Absolutely tied up Logan Moore for, I believe, Scribner's now 6th strikeout of the game. And out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. That brings up the second baseman, number 4, Rando Moreno. Moreno 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout for himself. Moreno, a .180 hitter, 2 home runs and 14 RBIs in the season. Rando squared around like he wanted to lay down a bunt, but pulled it back quickly for ball number 1. Coco starting to creep in a little bit on that infield as he is trying to play the bunt. And Moreno squares around again, but pulls the bat back. But that pitch way too far out of the zone, makes it 2 balls and no strikes. Again, appreciate you fans thumping with us on a thirsty Thursday, as it is viral night here at Constellation Field. The 2-0 pitch foul to the backstop, so that makes the count 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 to Moreno. It's going to be a ball high, says home plate umpire. Runs the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Moreno on the series is 2 for 18 with a sack, a double, a homer, 2 runs, and 4 strikeouts. Last night he was 0 for 4 with a K as well. The 3-1 pitch swung on and missed, so that runs the count full again here to Rando Moreno. Scribner, and the last time going against Logan Moore in the last at-bat, ran the count full. Now has the count full again here on Moreno. 3-2 pitch is too low, says the umpire. Scribner asking, where was it? Looked like it dropped in on the outside corner, but ABS ain't going to give that to him, so Moreno will scamper on down there with his first walk of the day. Brings up the center field and flips it to the top of the lineup, number 15, Darren Ford. Again, Ford so far having himself one heck of a ball game. as he made a web gem snag in center. And then in the top of the third, hit a 2-run blast to make it 2-0. So he's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a 2-run homer. And he'll rip one in between short and third for his second hit of the ball game as he singles and will scamper on over to first base. So that brings up the shortstop, he who shall not be named, as he is coming up. I'll let our fans introduce him.
Ryan Crybaby Jackson!
And you heard it there, fans, as they introduce he who shall not be named, as he was a Skeeter earlier, but now scampered on over to the Bees in the dark side. So he who shall not be named at the dish. We got 2 runners on and 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Scribner trying to pitch out of a jam. First pitch called a strike on the outside corner. Makes it no balls and 1 strike. 1 out here. Scribner looking in for the sign. He's got what he wants. Comes set. Checks on the runner at second. Still looking. Pitch fires. He who shall not be named. Rips one to left. That's going to score a run. Bernard coming up with it. He'll throw it over to Silverio. And now it makes it 3-0 Skeeters. And he who shall not be named doing a little bit of a crybaby face over there. But unfortunately for you, buddy, we don't care. So it makes it 3-0 here for the Bees in the top of the... Oh, I said top of the 6th. I meant top of the 5th. And that brings up the right fielder, number 28, Bijan Rajamaja. He's 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout and a walk in his last at-bat. He's a .283 hitter with 13 home runs and 40 RBIs. So runners at second and first, and Bijan's going to call for time. So far, the Bees have 4 hits and 3 runs on those 4 hits, as they're still leading 3-0 here in the top of the 5th. Scribner checking on the runner at second, kicks, fires, swung on and missed there from Bijan. Runs the count to 0-1. Still 1 down here in the top of the 5th, as the Skeeters, they only have 2 hits so far through 4 innings. Hence probably why they're down 3 runs. Scribner looking for the sign from Stanley. Still looking. He's got what he wants now. Comes set. Kicks, fires, and fouled to the fans over there on the third base side, and that will slam off the Sweets and runs the count to 0-2. Again, running through the numbers one more time. Bijan last night, he was 1 for 2 with 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run. And again on the series, 9 for 21, a double, 4 walks, 3 stolen bases, 9 runs scored. Scribner taking a long time to find the sign. He's got what he wants now. Kicks, fires, and that ball will get past Cody Stanley. And oh, Bijan, the heads up. This so far in the Atlantic League, fans, if you are not aware, if the ball gets by and first base, and that brings up the big gluteus maximus hitter, Jason Rogers. Rogers, the highest average, not only on the Bees, but one of the highest averages in the Atlantic League with the .309. He's got 9 homers and 75 RBIs. That's actually the first, I believe, the first time a hitter has stolen first base here at Constellation Field. Don't quote me on it, but at the same time, I want to be the first one who broke that news, so we're going to pretend like it was. So you heard it here, fans. Brandon MacArthur brought it to you, the first stolen base here at Constellation Field by Bijan Rodemaker, or as I like to call him, Bijan Rajamaja. So Jason Rogers will now step up to the dish with the bases loaded. Only 1 out here still. Skeeters still trailing 3-0. Scribner trying to limit the damage as they've already allowed 1 run to he who shall not be named as he singled in an RBI. Scribner's got what he wants. Checking on the runners. Kicks, fires, ball high, says the umpire. So it makes it 1 ball. No strikes here to Big J. Raj. Rogers, again, he's 0 for 2 on the day with the fly out to right field and a ground out to second. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Rosin in time. And oh, if this is a dramatic chipmunk moment, there it is on cue. Nice job, Troy Young. And Cody Stanley absolutely livid. Coco getting in the middle of that, trying to calm him down a little bit. And yes, here comes big angry Pete Inclavenia, as he is going to have some words with home plate umpire, because it looked like Cody Stanley had it in time. I'm not trying to be biased here, but it looked like he got his foot there in time for out number 2. But again, home plate umpire saying safe, so that does make it 4-0 Bees. Still only 1 out and bases still loaded. I'm sure Pete, and not only Pete, man, Pete, a fresh baby face shave as well. I almost don't recognize the man as he's going over to home plate umpire. And it doesn't look like anything is going to change. So after Pete's few words with the umpire, and we get the Metallica music playing every time he comes out. That's like kind of his WWE walkout song. And whenever Pete's fired up, Metallica's playing in the background. Or at least I hope it's Metallica. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the music. Yeah, write in all you guys want on that. So, bases loaded here. That brings up the left fielder, number 11, Jared James. James 0 for 1 with a fly out to center and a walk. Scribner kicks, fires too far inside, so that makes it 1 ball and no strikes. So the Bees have put up 2 in the top of the 5th. They still have the bases loaded and only 1 out. Scribner trying to limit the damage. The 1-0 pitch is going to be too far inside, says home plate umpire, so it makes it 2-0. James, 271 hitter, 3 homers and 29 RBIs on the season. And that pitch is a beauty, as Jared was absolutely fooled and swung on and looked silly, and that runs the count to 2-1. You got some dude at third. You've got Darren Ford standing at second and Jason Rogers over there at first. Oh, and no, they're saying it's going to hit Jared James. And that brings in another run, as now it is a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. The game's starting to get a little wild here. And Jared James will take it on down to first base. Base is still loaded, only 1 out. And that brings up number 22 or 10, Jonathan Galvez. Galvez 0 for 2 with a strikeout, and he hit into a fielder's choice last at bat. Scribner, whoa, that curveball, man, has got everybody just looking foolish up there, as that is swung on and missed for strike 1, 68 miles per hour on the gun. Again, Scribner throws a 90-plus mile-per-hour fastball, and that off-speed coming in at 68. Everybody just looks ridiculous swinging at it. Here's the 0-1, and it's going to be a called strike, says home plate umpire, so it makes it 0-2 here. Scribner looking in for Stanley on the sign. He shakes off a couple. Still looking in. He likes what he has now. Comes set, kicks, fires, and fouled off the back of the screen by Galvez. So we'll do it again here at 0-2. Galvez again, a .315 hitter, 16 homers and 70 RBIs on the season. The guy can absolutely mash. Actually, he can hit so well. In 2017, he tied the Bluefish record for doubles. The 0-2, that he tried that curveball again, but unfortunately it broke too late. It was a little bit too up there from Scribner, so it runs the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still 1 out here. Bases are still loaded. Skeeters hoping that they can get an easy ground ball double play to get out of this inning. As again, they're still trailing 6-0, allowing 3 runs here so far in the top of the 5th. That ball is fouled off into the suite, so we'll do it again here at 1-2. So Rogers, he's standing over at second. You've got Rademacher over there at third. And then you've got James there over at first. Maybe. Here's the 1-2, and again by Galvez, fouled off. Let's do it one more time at 1-2. The fans, even though it's a Thirsty Thursday, don't seem like they want to clap along right now. Hopefully they start to catch fire and make some noise, because Skeeters need it right now. Troy Scribner needs it right now. Let's get out of this inning, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scribner has the sign he wants now. Kicks, fires, and low and in the dirt. Good pick there from Cody Stanley. Runs the count even to 2-2. Scribner, he's working on the back of the mound there, try to kick off some dirt from the cleats, as he's just working on getting his footing there. He checks on the runners, looking in for the sign. Comes set, kicks, fires, and swung on and miss. And beautiful curve again there from Scribner, as that one came in at 70 miles per hour, so a screaming curve there. And that is out number 2, and I believe that is strikeout number 7 there for Troy. And that brings up third baseman number 1, Ozzy Martinez. Ozzy 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out to short. Again, even though the Skeeters have allowed 4 runs in the top of the 5th, they still trail 6-0. They have the bats to kind of go on a tear here and see if they can even this game up. And that pitch is too low and in the dirt, so it makes it 1 ball and no strikes here to Ozzy. Ozzy, on the series, he's 2 for 16, 4 Ks. He's grounded into a double play. And last night, he was 1 for 4 with an infield single and a strikeout. Last season, Ozzy played for the Road Warriors. And that pitch is actually a ground ball right to Juan. Silverio fires over to Phipps for out number 3. So the bases were loaded. Scribner gave up 4 in the top of the 5th. Could have been worse, so he limited the damage. Skeeters still trailing 6-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if these bats can come up and eliminate that deficit when we return here at Constellation Field.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day, where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Welcome back to beautiful Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur thumping with you on a Thursday here. No Ryan Posner. Again, he's still in Big Bear or wherever in the woods with all of his guy friends doing a fantasy draft. So when he comes back, Ryan will be back on the 1s and 2s with you. Till then, I appreciate everybody joining in as the Skeeters are still trailing the New Britain Bees 6-0 here as we start the bottom of the 5th. So far, Skeeters only 2 hits in the game. No runs to show for it. But that brings up third baseman Albert Coco Cordero. First pitch to Coco is a ball outside, says the home plate umpire. So far, Coco 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out to second. Morris still on the bump here for the Bees as he gets Coco to ground out to second again. So that's out number 1. And that should bring up number 21, the second baseman, Captain Sugarland, Anthony Jansanti. Jansanti 0 for 1 on the day as he has a ground out to third. Captain Sugarland, he's a 235 hitter with 7 home runs and 39 RBIs, as he was named team MVP last year, and he was a vital part towards that Skeeters championship run. Morris, here's the first pitch to Jan Santee, and it's going to be a ball high, so it makes the count 1-0, not 1-0. Jan Santee, 30 years of age. He's set to begin his 3rd season with the Skeeters and his 10th at the professional level. 1-0 pitch called a ball, says home plate umpire, so that runs the count to 2-0. Morris checking in on the sign for Moore. He's got what he wants. Kicks, fires, and called strike on the outside corner. Captain Sugarland in that 2018 MVP season with the Skeeters. He was .297 hitter with 17 home runs, 58 RBIs, and 35 stolen bases. 2-1 pitches, a big swing and a miss there from Jan Santee. That runs the count even at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Jan Santee, way too low, so that runs the count full here to Anthony to make it 3-2. Jan Santee, the Connecticut native, hit .310 with a home run and 4 RBIs in 10 postseason games last season. That 3-2 pitch is ripped over the head of he who shall not be named at shortstop for the 3rd hit for the Sugarland Skeeters. And nice job there by Jan Santee, coming back after Cordero started off the inning, grounding out to second. And nice job there by Jan Santee getting a base hit and the first runner here for the Skeeters in the bottom of the 5th. And what's golden, that brings up the catcher, number 12, Cody Stanley. Stanley on the day is 0 for 1 with the fly out to center. Cody, a .258 hitter with 4 homers and 31 RBIs. Jan Santee, decent lead over there at first base. Morris kicks, fires, but way too outside, so that makes it 1 ball and no strikes here to the catcher, Stanley. Morris has the sign he wants for Moore. Comes set, kicks, fires, and too far outside of the zone, says home plate umpire. So that runs the count to 2-0. Again, Stanley on the series is only 1 for 7 with the run and a walk. Morris pitches, beautiful rip there by Stanley. That's going to drop in for a single. Hey-oh, so Cody Stanley 1 for 2 on the day. And that moves Jan Santee up to second. Stanley standing on first. And that brings up the shortstop, Juan Taki Severio. Taki for on the day. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. .280 hitter with 12 homers and 55 RBIs. Juan trying to see if he can make it 56 RBIs, or a golden one would make it 58 with a 3-run bomb, for those that can't do simple math. Morris checking in from the sign for Moore. He's got what he wants. Looks back at Jan Santee at second. Kicks, fires, and Juan gets underneath one. Hits a mile-high fly ball over there to the right fielder who's drifting underneath it. Squeezes it for out number 2. Jan Santee went back to tag, but an absolute gun there from Rademacher will keep the runners exactly where they are at second and first. So that brings up Rico Noel, the center fielder. Rico 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a walk. So again, Jan Santee standing at second. You got Stanley there over at first, as both of them had beautiful singles. 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Those 2 hits tie how many we've had throughout the game. So 4 hits for the Skeeters for those that are trying to calculate at home. Here's the first pitch from Morris, way high and tight. That's the second time Morris has gone high and tight on Rico. Logan Moore checking in on him. I think he kind of picked up on that, dude, that's the second time we've thrown some chin music at you. Please, let's not let there be a third. Or let there be a third. Could be exciting. So that's 1-0 here to Rico. As again, Rico a .260 hitter with a homer and 8 RBIs. I believe the 1 homer came on the road. Morris has the pitch that he wants. Checking on Jan Santee at second. Kicks, fires, and called strike on the inside corner. Evens the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Rico on the series so far, he's 3 for 19, 2 runs scored, 2 doubles, 2 stolen bases, and 2 walks. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Morris kicks, fires, and called ball, says home plate umpire. Too low. The head coach for the Bees didn't really like it as he's calling out, asking the home plate umpire, where was it? And he said automatic ball. Strike system said it was a ball, so accept it. 2 balls, 1 strike here. Morris kicks, fires, and ripped to the screen foul there from Rico. Evens the count at 2s across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. So far, Skeeters still a big goose egg on the board in terms of runs. Right now, they have 2 guys on base. Jansanti at second, and Stanley standing there over at first. Morris has what he wants, checking on Jansanti. Jansanti doing a little hopping over there at second base. Kicks, fires, and too far outside, says home plate umpire. So it's an even count here to Rico. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Did I say even? My lord. I meant full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 outs. Morris has what he wants. Checking on Jansanti. Fires, Jansanti taking off, obviously on the full count, but Morris crickets that pitch as he skips it in there, too low in the dirt. So that's now Rico's second walk of the game, and that loads the bases here for Bernard. So the left fielder, number 28, Wynton Bernard, comes up with the bases juiced here for Sugar Land in the bottom of the 5th. First real moment here, the Skeeters can make some noise here as they're really threatening Morris here in the bottom of the 5th. But with 2 down, Morris doing everything he can to try to get out of this jam. It's up to Bernard now to provide the provide the pressure. Say that 5 times fast. First pitch way too inside as Bernard skips out of that one. Makes it 1 ball and no strikes. Bernard on the day, he is 0 for 1 with a catcher's interference and a strikeout. Akil comes set. Kicks, fires, and Bernard gets underneath one, but it will be too far foul for us to care about that one anymore. So it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. Bernard steps in. He's set. Morris comes set. He kicks, fires, and way too low and outside, says home plate umpire. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike here to Wynton Bernard. Bernard on the series, 6 for 25 with a run, a homer, 4 RBIs, and a stolen base. Be a good time for his second homer. And that pitch is actually going to be ripped, but it's going to go foul off of the tarp. So we'll do it again here at 2-2. Bernard a little late on that swing, but he made it interesting. Morris looking in for more on the signal. He's still looking. Still looking. He's got what he wants now. He comes set, kicks, fires, and Bernard goes down and gets one, and it's hanging up. It might drop, but it gets by Rademacher. And so 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Bernard into second, and here comes Rico. 3 runs scored there by the Wynton Bernard bloop air off Rademacher's glove. Skeeters putting up a 3 spot here in the bottom of the 5th. They cut the deficit to 6-3 thanks to Wynton Bernard. So now that brings up Dennis Phipps here as Bernard moves into scoring position as he's standing on second base. Again, Skeeters down 6-3. And bringing up the baddest man on the lineup here for the Skeeters, the one guy who with 1 swing of the bat can make this a 1-run deficit. He still hasn't hit a home run this series. I'm hoping my good vibes help that out. Here's the first pitch to Phibbs, and it's going to be too low to make it 1 ball and no strikes here to Dennis. Again, Bernard standing at second after he blooped in everybody to come around those bases to make it 6-3. The 1-0 is too far outside, so 2 balls and no strikes. This is the first inning that's really starting to see that Morris is starting to slow down as through 4 innings, he didn't allow a run and only given up 2 hits. But this inning is absolutely imploding on him. The 2-0 is called a strike, so that runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike here. So far in the inning, the Skeeters have been able to put up a 3 spot, followed by 2 hits as well. Here's the pitch to Phipps, who swings on and misses. That evens the count here at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th, Skeeters trying to see if they can put more pressure on Morris. Morris checking on Bernard. He steps off and for some reason shows Bernard the ball. I don't know if that was supposed to scare him or something. That made no sense to me. I mean, you can just step off. It does the same presence. Here's the 2-2 to Dennis. And way too far inside, so that runs the count full here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Standing on deck would be the Z-Bear, Bornstein. 3-2 here. Morris looking in the sign for more. Decent side lead, but Morris took too long to find the signal, so Phipps got tired and stepped out. Nobody really holding Bernard on over there at second base, as he who shall not be named, the second baseman Moreno, are just kind of chilling. The 2-2 is a called strike 3, so down goes Phipps for his 2nd strikeout of the game. But damage done by the Skeeters as they're able to put up a 3 spot here in the bottom of the 5th to cut the deficit to 6-3. We'll see what happens when we return to the top of the 6th here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here. Troy Scribner done for the night. That brings on number 33, Josh Martin, out of the pen here for the Skeeters. Scribner, he went 5 innings, giving up 6 runs, 4 hits. But he also had about 1 million strikeouts. I'm going to round down there. I believe he only had 7. But the first pitch to Logan Moore, the catcher here for the Bees, would be a ball, so it makes it 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed from Logan Moore, so it evens the count at 1-1. Josh Martin on the season, he's 1-0 with a 4.4 ERA in 13 games and 14 1/3 innings pitched. Logan Moore, the lefty. So far, lefties against Martin are hitting 8 for 23 off of him. That's good enough for a 348 average. Compared to right-handed hitters who are 4 for 28, only a 143. So Logan Moore, the left-handed hitter, stepping in the box, and he's quickly down to Josh Martin. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martin has the sign he wants from Stanley. Kicks, fires, and swung on and missed. Ring him up. Nice job there from Josh Martin coming out of the pen, coming on strong and getting Logan Moore for his second strikeout of the game. And the birthday boy struggling as he's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Happy birthday to you, Logan. And that brings up the second baseman, number 4, Rando Moreno. Moreno, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout, and he walked in his last at-bat. He's a... He's a 180 hitter with 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And Moreno hits a screaming foul ball and makes it no balls and 1 strike here. Martin, an absolute tree out there. That guy, I'm looking him up here on the player roster. Yeah, 6'5". Absolutely. He and I are eye level right now. And it's going to be a ball, so it rings the count up to 1-1 here to Rando. Make that 6'5", 230, Josh Martin. Martin comes set, kicks, fires, and way too high, just a bit outside. So that runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Martin, 29, entering his first season with the Skeeters and his 8th at the professional level. He actually began the 2019 season with the AAA Lee Valley, which is a Phillies organization. 2-1 for Moreno, ripped deep to right field, but Bornstein, the Bear, traces it down on the warning track and snags it for out number 1 there. Or, sorry, out number 2, my apologies. Nice job by the Bornstein Bear getting a good jump on that. As Moreno, he did put a charge into it, but you can't get anything past the Bear. So that's out number 2. And that brings up Darren Ford. Darren absolutely having a day. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout, a homer, and a single. So far, Josh Martin, as he's come out of the pen, it's been 2 up, 2 down now. Let's see if he can get Darren, and we can head to the bottom of the 6th. As the Skeeters are still trailing the Bees 6-3 here. Martin's first pitch is a weak ground ball to Phibbs as he will take it himself for out number 3. So nice job by Josh Martin coming out there in 3 quick ones. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Skeeters still trailing 6-3 when we return here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the 3rd in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, CERTA Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here with you as the Skeeters are trailing 6-3 here to the Bees. And up to the plate, the Z-Bear, Zach Bornstein. Bornstein, he is 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out to the catcher and a single. And for those fans that were here in attendance in between the innings, we had a proposal, man. That was what a tender moment. And the next pitch to the Bear is actually going to be a ball, so it runs the count here to 1 ball and 1 strike. Morris still on the bump here for the Bees, as his pitch count's got to be climbing now. Next pitch to the Bears, called strike, so it brings it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zach, a Chicago native, and again, as we spoke to his dad, Dave, the other night, just couldn't have been a nicer guy. Had a lot of great things to say about the ballpark, the organization, everything like that. So it sounds like Zach's excited to be here on the team, and we appreciate you having you, the Bornstein Bear. 2 balls, 2 strikes here from Morris. And he kicks, fires. Bear will ground one over to Moreno at second base and throws him out in plenty of time for out number 1. So 1 down, and that brings up my DJ Peterson. Peterson, he's 0 for 1 on the day with the fly out to center. But he's a .325 hitter with 5 homers and 13 RBIs. So DJ, he can knock one out of the park any moment here. Here's the kick, fire, and Peterson hits a fly ball that is absolutely towering. Logan Moore, the catcher, underneath it and squeezes it for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 quickly down here in the bottom of the 6th. So that brings up Hot Coco, Albert Cordero. Coco on the day, 0 for 2 though, with 2 groundouts to second. So as I say, Hot Coco, let's see if it can at least get to lukewarm as he gets his first base hit of the game. So Coco stepping in the box now with 2 down. Morris looking in the side. Morris looking for the sign from Moore. He's got what he wants now. Kicks, fires, and Coco fouls one off into the sweets. So it makes it no balls and 1 strike here to Albert. Albert, he's 29, set to appear in his 4th straight season with the Skeeters. He was a big part of our championship run last year. The 2-2 pitch fouled off the backstop, so let's do it again at 2-2. He set professional career highs in 2018 with 12 homers, 63 RBIs, and 119 games played, while appearing at catcher, third base, second base, and first base. So a utility player, absolutely. 2-2 is way too high to Cordero, so that runs the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the 6th. Morris has the sign that he wants. Or maybe not. Looks like he's nodding. There it is. Now he's got it. Kicks, fires, and ball, says the home plate umpire. So my apologies. I had the count wrong. Now it runs it to full. So now that the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here we go again. Morris kicks, fires, and ball. What is the count now? I am so confused. Now it is full. It is officially full, fans. I declare that it is officially full count as I watch the umpire wave his hands in the air like he doesn't care. So here's the 3-2. And, oh, no! Ring him up, says home plate umpire. Coco just flips his bat in disgust. Skeeters can't do anything here in the bottom of the 6th. So we move to the top of the 7th here. Skeeters still trailing the Bees when we return here at Constellation Field.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. And people are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC.
Welcome back to Constellation Field here, everybody. Brandon MacArthur with you thumping on a Thirsty Thursday. As good news, everybody, the Skeeters only trail 5-3 here in the top of the 7th. I apologize. Our scoreboard out there in the manual, as I'm looking off that, was absolutely confusing. And I went silent there for you because that brings up he who shall not be named. As his last at-bat, he was able to drive in a run. Let's see if Josh Martin, who returns on the bump, can settle him down. Martin kicks, fires, and he who shall not be named grounds one foul down the third base line. So Martin quickly ahead, 0-1. Let's talk a little bit about he who shall not be named. He's 7 for 26 on the series with 2 walks, a stolen base, 3 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. Last night he was 0 for 4. Martin kicks, fires, and ball low in the dirt, says home plate umpire. He who shall not be named, it's his 11th season of pro ball, first with the Bees, and 3rd season in the Atlantic League, as again, he spent time with us in 2017 and also earlier this year. So now you can understand why we don't say his name. And the pitch is going to be low in the dirt, runs the count to 2 balls and 1 strike here. With the Skeeters here this season, he played in 53 games where he batted .251 with 2 homers, 14 RBIs, 14 runs scored, and 6 stolen bases. Martin kicks, fires, and low in the dirt again, so that runs the count here quickly, 3-1 to he who shall not be named. On the season, though, he's a .266 hitter with 2 homers and 24 RBIs, and again, that's a combined with the Skeeters and New Britain. Actually, make that 25 RBIs now. Here's the 3-1 from Martin. He kicks, fires, and too far inside. So he who shall not be named trots on down over there to first base. And that's not how you want to start the top of the 7th with a leadoff walk. So that brings up right fielder number 28, Bajan Rademacher. Rademacher, he's 0 for 2 on the night with a strikeout, a walk, and a fielder's choice. Bajan, a .283 hitter, 13 homers and 40 RBIs. He was actually selected by the Cubs in the 13th round of the 2012 draft, where he played several seasons with Iowa AAA organization. The first pitch to Rademacher is a ball to make it 1-0. And of course I mispronounce his name for any of those that have seen Rookie of the Year, Rowan Gardner. I'm doing basically just a parody off of how the coach can never get his name right. And it's great because Rademacher, the best part about Rademacher is that he played for the Cubs, and so was Rookie of the Year. What a great connection, and worthless. Here's the 1-0 from Martin. He's checking on the runner over there. And he who shall not be named takes off, and he will slide in easily Dives in head first without a throw, so why he's sliding, who knows. But nonetheless, he's safe there at second base. And he moves up into scoring position as it's now 2-0 here to Rabababa. So 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here in the top of the 5th. As again, the Skeeters are trailing 5-3. And again, my apologies for not being able to keep track of scores. And Rodebacher gets a hold of one. It's driving deep towards the left, and it's enough to get over the wall for a 2-run blast. So that's Bajan Rodebacher's 14th home run of the season and his 42nd RBI. And now that makes it 7-3 Bs here in the top of the 7th. So, not what you want to see here after a leadoff walk and then a 2-run bomb that just snuck over the left field wall. And that brings up the big gluteus maximus batter, number 9, Jason Rogers, the first baseman. Big Raj, he is 0 for 3 on the day with a fly out to right, a ground out to second, then he hit into a fielder's choice last at bat. Jason Rogers, though, he's 6 for 19 in the series with 4 doubles, 8 walks, and 6 RBIs. Martin has what he wants, kicks, fires, way too high, says the home plate umpire, so it makes it 1 ball and no strikes here to Jason Rogers. Martin has what he wants. He comes set, fires, and too far inside, says home plate umpire. So now 2-0 here to Jason. Again, we're still here in the top of the 7th. Skeeters trailing 7-3 after the 2-run blast. Bajan. And Rogers gets a hold of one, but that's going to keep drifting foul. Man, a tiny little fan standing up there ripped off his hat and reached for it, trying to snag that line shot. I mean, my God, if he would have caught it, it would have taken his arm off. But Bernard does the right thing, chases that ball down, flips it up to the fan, and the fan who tried to catch it with his hat had it go in his hat, but then his hat flew out of his hand. But luckily, he has himself a souvenir, something he'll remember forever. Rogers on that foul ball snapped his bat, so he went over there to snag a new one. As we play You've Got a Friend in Me, I'm sure that's from Shea Villarreal, because you know what? We are big fans of Jason Rogers. I'm going to say it. I like the guy's attitude. He's a cool dude. Here's the 2-1 from Martin, and it's going to be screaming foul out of the ballpark here to make it 2-2. So still no outs here in the top of the 7th as the Bees have put up a 2 spot thanks to Bajan Rajama. Martin kicks, fires, and fouled into the dirt. Let's do it one more time at 2-2. So we've gone 6 full innings. We're here in the top of the 7th. And not one single person has joined me on the broadcast. People have come in here, but I mean, then they just turn around. But when it's Ryan in here, it's like a family affair. Martin comes set, but Rogers just wasn't ready, so he calls for time. And he is absolutely digging a hole in the batter's box. So he's trying to get his footing. Martin comes set. Kicks, fires, and swung on and missed. Ring him up. Beautiful pitch there from Martin, as it was a tailing fastball that broke away from Rogers, and he wasn't able to catch up for it for out number 1 here. And that brings up the left fielder, number 11, Jarrett James. James so far 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. He walked, and then in his last at-bat, he caught one off the elbow, so he was hit by a pitch. James, a .271 hitter with 3 homers and 29 RBIs on the season. Martin kicks, fires. It's ripped to Phibbs, who, hey-o, is able to come up with it. Scampers on over to first for out number 2. And, yep, there's the na-na-na-na-na-na that we hear as Phibbs just made a great little stab there. So 2 down, and now that brings up number 10-22, Jonathan Galvez. Galvez 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a fielder's choice. Again, a .315 hitter, 16 homers, which leads the Bees, 70 RBIs. So we have 2 down here in the top of the 7th, and Galvez hits a fly ball that will never return, and it makes it no balls and 1 strike. And again, it is viral night here at Constellation Field as we wrap up the home series. Skeeters will then take off onto the road. And that pitch, the 0-1, will find the seats as well. So 0-2 here quickly on Galvez. And is this last year? I'm trying to look at the schedule for you fans to see where they will be. And after this game, they are at Lancaster, so they will head up there. And Galvez will rip one in between Jansanti and Phibbs for a seeing eye single. So good hitting there for Jonathan Galvez. And now that brings up third baseman number 1, Ozzy Martinez. Ozzy 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out to short. Again, 2 down here in the inning. As Martin was able to strike out Rogers and then get James to hit a nice little ground out there to Phibbs. So 2 down and the third baseman Martinez at the dish. You have Galvez standing over there at first after his seeing eye single. First pitch to Martinez was called a strike, I believe, and I saw the on-plate umpire make that motion. Yep, it is. 0-1. An on-plate umpire just casually threw out the finger gun for a strike 1 there. It was hard to pick up. I didn't know if he was calling a ball or not. Martin comes set, checks on the runner over at first, kicks fire too high and inside. So that runs count to 1-1. Skeeters looking to get out of the inning here, as they've already given up a 2 spot thanks to Bijan Rodemaker's 2-run blast into the Picnic Plaza. Martin kicks, fires, and it's going to be weakly chopped over there to Jansanti at second base, who bare hands it, flips it over to Phibbs in time for out number 3. So damage done by the Bees as they extend their lead by 4. It's 7-3 New Britain when we head to the bottom of the 7th when we return here at Constellation Field.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Welcome back to Consolation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur thumping with you on a Thirsty Thursday. Still no Ryan Posner. Again, he'll return next home series. He's out in the woods with his guy friends, fantasy drafting, like men do, I guess. But nonetheless, that does it for the starting pitcher, Akil Morris. Morris, he went 6 innings full, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. New pitcher is number 6, Brady Dragmeyer. Dragmeyer, he's 1-0 on the season with a 7.36 ERA. His last outing was actually Tuesday, where he picked up the win and 1 2/3, giving up no hits, no runs, 2 walks after facing 7 batters. And that outing was actually his longest. It was his longest outing on Tuesday, that 1 2/3. So that brings up Captain Sugarland, number 21, Anthony Jansanti. And the first pitch from Dragmeyer to Jansanti was a ball high, so 1-0. 1-0 pitch to Jansanti is a rocket, but absolutely foul, so it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 7th. Skeeters still trailing 7-3 here, as the Bees have put up 2 in the top of the 3rd, 3 in the top of the 5th, and 2 in the top of the 7th. Just 3 outs ago. Dragmeyer throws one to Jansanti, who rips another one foul, so brings the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dragmeyer, he's in his 9th season of pro ball, and it's actually his first in the Atlantic League. He was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in the 17th round of the 2011 MLB Junior Amateur Draft from Bradshaw Christian High School in Sacramento, California. So he's got a 1-2 count here on Jansanti. Dragmeyer has what he wants. Kicks, fires, and Jansanti hits another foul ball, but this time to the first base side. So let's do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Skeeters trying to see if they can put on a rally, as Skeeters scored all 3 of their runs in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the 1-2 to Anthony, and Anthony gets underneath one, but it's a lazy fly ball over to third base. Martinez drips underneath it, squeezes it for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th, and that brings up catcher number 12, Cody Stanley. Stanley, he's 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a single. He and Jansanti were actually a big part of that bottom of the 5th, as they were both able to single. Then it was, who was it? Silverio, after he walked, he was able to load the bases. But Stanley goes up there, first pitch he sees, swings, grounds it over to Rogers at first. Nice job by Dragmeyer covering, and it's flipped over to him in time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here from the Skeeters, and that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Juan Taki Silverio. Juan, he's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout to right. So Dragmeyer, so far as he's come on in relief for Morris here in the 7th, he's faced 2 and he's gotten 2 out. So let's see if Taki here can change the momentum. As again, Skeeter still trailing by 4. Brady has what he wants. Winds, kicks, fires, and too far inside, says the automatic ball system, so that makes it a 1-0 count. Juan, a .280 hitter with 12 homers and 55 RBIs on the season. He hits a slow dribbler, but Brady Dragmeyer picks it up barehanded, throws it over to Jason Rogers, and scoops it in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the top of the 8th. Skeeter still trailing 7-3 when we return here at Consolation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters. It's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next...
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody, as the Skeeters now have a new pitcher, number 19, Matt West, coming on for relief, as Martin went 2 innings, and he gave up 2 runs in the top of the 7th after a 2-run blast by Bijan Rodemacher. The first pitch to Logan Moore was fouled off into the stands, so it makes it no balls and 1 strike here. Logan Moore, it is his birthday, and he is not having a good birthday, as he is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. West kicks, fires, and ball high. Runs the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt West on the season, he's 1-2 with a 3.2 ERA, 4 saves in 46 games and 44 innings pitched. West on the 1-1 count here to Logan Moore. Kicks, fires, ball inside, so it runs the count up to 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt West, he's 30. He also first joined the Skeeters in 2018, where he was 0-0 with a .54 ERA in 17 relief appearances. Here's the 2-1 to Logan Moore. Moore fouls one off into the suite, so it makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Speaking of West, in those 17 relief appearances, he struck out 19 batters to 2 walks in 16 2/3 innings. He threw 13 straight scoreless innings to open his Skeeters career, which was the longest scoreless streak by a Skeeters reliever last season. 2-2 pitch is a ball, says home plate umpire, so that runs the count full. West is a Houston native, and he was selected by the Rangers in the 2nd round of the 07 MLB draft at a Bel Air High School just right down the road. Here's the 3-2 to Logan Moore. Moore rips one just foul, says first base umpire, as that one just skipped to the right side of the bag. So we'll do it again here at 3-2. West made his major league debut with the Rangers in 2014 and appeared with the Dodgers in 15. He is 0-0 with a 3.86 ERA in 5 games, which is 7 innings pitched in his MLB career. The 3-2 to Moore. Moore gets underneath one, but it's drifting over to Bernard there. Bernard underneath it, squeezes it for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 8th. I hope you heard that, because that is Stephen A. saying happy birthday to him. I don't care, good luck. That is an absolute gem. So 1 up, 1 down here. That brings up Rando Moreno, the second baseman. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, and a fly out to right. Again, Skeeters still trailing 7-3 here And they only have 6 more outs to put up some runs. And that ball is ripped up the middle. Severio can't get to it. So that will be a base hit, the first of the day for Rando Moreno. And he chambers on over to first base, and that flips it to the top of the lineup and brings up the center fielder, number 15, Darren Ford, who is still 2 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a homer, and a single. So as Ford makes his way to the box, he's a .267 hitter, 4 homers, and 23 RBIs on the season. 2 of those RBIs coming today, and 1 of those home runs coming today as well. So you have Moreno over at first after the after the base hit single right up the middle. West has the sign he wants, kicks, fires, and ball inside, says home plate umpire. Makes it 1 ball and no strike here to Darren Ford. Again, Ford not just doing it with the bat, but also an incredible play earlier in the game in center, as he robbed E.J. Peterson of extra bases for sure. West checking on the runner over at first. He kicks, fires, and Ford hits a foul ball into the fans, so it makes it 1 ball and 1 strike. West, he last appeared at the affiliate level in 2016 with the AAA Oklahoma City, which is a Dodgers organization. Along with the Dodgers and Rangers, West also appeared at the affiliated level with the Toronto Blue Jays in 15 with AA New Hampshire. 1-1 is a ball high, says home plate umpire, so it puts the count at 2-1. Through 8 seasons at the professional level, West is 12-11 with a 3.45 ERA, 20 saves in 192 games. He's actually started 3 games before. He's averaging 9 strikeouts per 9 innings. It's a good ratio there. 2-1 is outside, but Stanley comes up firing and guns out Moreno, who was trying to steal second in plenty of time. So beautiful throw there from Stanley. As the pitch from West was outside, Stanley kind of had to reach across his body, but just threw an absolute strike to Jan Santi, who's actually come up a little bit hurting, as Moreno, when he went in sliding, I mean, his cleats went straight into his hand. Luckily, it was his gloved hand, but if you're watching on the broadcast right now, Jan Santi has the glove off that hand, and now the trainer's running out there to take a look at him. We're hoping it's okay. Pete lightly jogging out there. Again, as they're checking in on Captain Sugarland, our second baseman there. It wasn't a malicious slide. It wasn't anything like that. Actually, after Moreno was gunned out, you could see him checking on Jan Santi there, so it wasn't anything intentional or anything like that, but just kind of an unfortunate play, and I can guarantee that that one is not a feel-good feeling. I mean, these guys wear metal spikes, and he's coming in there sliding full force. So they're checking on Jan Santi, and it's not looking good. It looks like Jan Santi is going to start making his way towards the clubhouse there as he is walking away with the trainer. So we will have a defensive substitution, and by my guess, it will probably be Benacourt. It is Javi Benacourt, as he is now running over there. So he will replace Jan Santi not only in the lineup, but also at second base. And while he does that, let's give you a little bit of numbers on Javi while we wait for everybody to kind of return back to where they are, as I try to find those numbers on Javi. Javi, he's a .195 hitter, no homers, 3 RBIs. This homestand, he's played in 2 games where he's 2 for 7 with a run and a walk. Benacourt, he's only 24 years of age. He's in his 2nd season with the Skeeters and his 8th at the pro level. He was a kind of a substitutional player for Rondon. He would come in and out of the lineup often, but he had a great playoff run with the Skeeters. And again, he was a part of that championship team as well. He actually appeared in 58 games with the Skeeters in 2018, hitting .201 with 17 RBIs. So after the defensive substitution, Jan Santi heading back to the locker room after Moreno slid into his hand. So the count is still 3 balls and 1 strike here. West kicks, fires, and swing and a miss as Darren Ford had no hope catching up to that 93-mile-per-hour fastball. About a 93, 94, give or take, on the gun. And by gun, I mean radar gun. So, counts full here in the top of the 8th. Skeeters still trailing 7-3. West kicks, fires, and Darren Ford just looks silly. He's trying to throw the bat out there, and strike 3, ring him up. So that will do it here in the top of the 8th. Nice job by West coming on and throwing up a goose egg there. Skeeters still down 7-3 when we return here in the bottom of the 8th.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. And people are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here, thumping with you on a Thirsty Thursday. No Ryan Posner. He'll be back next homestand. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Skeeters still trailing 7-3 to the Bees. Dragmeyer back up there on the bump for the Bees. And it's Rico Noel at the dish. The first pitch to him is a called strike on the outside corner, quickly making it no balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1 to Noel. Swung on and missed, so quick 0-2. Rico 1 for 1 on the day with 2 walks and a single. And a stolen base in there as well. Can't forget that. Anytime that guy gets on base, you can probably account that there is a stolen base as well. The 0-2 from Dragmeyer, and it's swung on and just fouled. Nice job by Rico to stay alive here. We'll do it again here at 0-2. Get into his viral night here at Constellation Field, where we have been just playing all videos and memes and fun stuff like that have gone viral. And the headshots again from Shea Villarreal, love those. And great work from Troy Young, our video producer as well, cutting up all those great meme videos. And Rico will ground one up the middle, scooped up by he who shall not be named, throws over to first base, and they're gonna say he beat it out in time. Rico Noel with an infield single. So he goes 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles and 2 walks. So now that Rico's standing on first base with nobody out, that brings up left fielder number 28, Winton Bernard. Bernard 1 for 2 on the day with a catcher's interference, a strikeout, and a double. Again, Bernard, a .285 hitter. He has 2 homers on the season and 22 runs batted in. He was a late addition to the Skeeters, but now he's kind of found himself a everyday role here in left field. As he actually came on and I believe he replaced the Hawk, Courtney Hawkins. Dragmeyer has what he wants. Good size lead over there from Noel. He probably is going on this pitch. Oh, he's not. Ooh, Rico making me look bad. But that is going to be a ball inside, says home plate umpire. You know, as I was mentioning, as that's an late addition for the Skeeters. The Skeeters have absolutely been contract crazy. By that, they've had a franchise record. 13 players have already had their contracts purchased by MLB teams, which is a dominant league lead. Pitch to Bernard is called a strike on the inside corner, so it makes the count 1-1 here to Winton. Again, 13 contracts played by the pros. Cody Ashe, Ryan Court, Christian Bergman, Courtney Hawkins, just to name a few. And swung on and missed there from Bernard, as that one was tailing away too quickly for him to try to catch up to. So it brings it to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rico still standing there over at first base. Surprised he hasn't taken off yet. Good size lead. Dragmeyer looking over his shoulder at him. He comes set, still checking on him. But he kicks, fires, and Bernard throws his bat at it. Rogers falls down and scoops it, but Jackson comes off the bag. My apologies, who? He who should not be named comes off the bag, and so Rico's able to slide in at the second base. So everybody's safe right now. Nobody out, and runners at second and first, and brings up the big man, Dennis Phipps. Phipps 0 for 3 on the day with a fly out to first and 2 strikeouts. That fly out to first was actually a line shot that Jason Rogers leapt up and made a great play on. Rogers made a good play over there again on the Bernard grounder, but his throw just pulled he who shall not be named off the bag. So lucky for us, nobody out. The first 2 hitters for the Skeeters reaching base, and now Phipps an opportunity to catch his first home run of the series. Here's the pitch from Dragmeyer, and Phipps takes a good healthy hack at it, but it's fouled off towards the Bees dugout. So it runs the count to 0-1. Again, Phipps looking for his 20th homer on the season, and if my stats here are correct in front of me, it's not only a team lead, but it's also leading the Atlantic League. Dragmeyer comes set, checks on Noel over there at second base. Nobody holding him on. Kicks, fires, and Phipps lines one foul again. So it brings the count to 0-2. So you got Rico over at second, Bernard at first, no outs. Skeeter still trailing 7-3 here in the bottom of the 8th, as they are running out of outs in time to try to come back in this game. Brady Dragmeyer looking for his sign on Logan Moore. He's got what he wants now. He comes set. No one's watching Noel. There he goes. But at the same time, he would have made it easily. Bernard didn't see that it was a skyrocket into the second baseman's glove. Moreno underneath it, snags it, flips it over to Rogers in time. And so just like that, on a double steal, Bernard didn't notice that Phipps hit it high up into the sky. Moreno was underneath it. He snagged it, then flipped it over to Rogers for out number 2. So just like that, 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. And that brings up the Z-Bear, Zach Bornstein. Bornstein 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Bornstein is a .262 hitter with 16 jacks and 51 RBIs. Now he who shall not be named starting to hold Rico on, as Rico last time, I mean, he could have just walked to third base. He had such a huge jump. Z-Bear calls for time. So let's do it again. Again, still nothing here on Z-Bear with 2 down after the unfortunate double play. And Z-Bear drives one that's going to get through. That's easily going to score Rico, so 7-4 Skeeters. And the Bear with his second hit of the day. He is now 2 for 4 with an RBI. So now the deficit's just 3 runs, and that brings up DJ Peterson. DJ on the day, 0 for 2 with the fly out to center and a pop out to the catcher. Again, DJ hitting .325, 5 homers and 13 RBIs. Peterson's 27, and he's actually in his first season with the Skeeters, and his 7th at the pro level. Dragmeyer kicks, fires, swing and a miss there from DJ. He actually began his 2019 season with the AAA Charlotte, which is a White Sox organization, yuck, where he hit 185 with 6 homers, 16 RBIs, and 38 games. Here's the 0-1 to DJ, and he swings to make it 0-2. He spent 2018 with the AAA Louisville, a Reds organization, where he hit 277 with 16 homers and 52 RBIs in 113 games. He was selected by the Mariners as the 12th overall pick of the 2013 MLB draft. The 0-2 pitch to DJ is too far outside, so it makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, I'm reading that correct. It's selected by the Mariners with the 12th overall pick out of the University of Houston, out of the University of New Mexico, not University of Houston. Here's the 1-2 to DJ, and it's too low in the dirt, so it makes it even here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Skeeters were able to put up 1 run after the Z-Bear single that drove in Noel. Got to think of where the Skeeters would be if they weren't able to hit into that double play. The Mariners absolutely love DJ because they actually selected him in the 33rd round of the 2010 MLB draft out of Gilbert High School in Arizona. So here's the 2-2 to Peterson, and strike 3, says the home plate umpire. Peterson didn't like it as he puts his hands on his knees in disgust. But that does it for the inning. Damage done by the Skeeters, though. It makes it 7-4. We head to the top of the 9th. Skeeters still trailing when we return here at Constellation Field.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugar Land Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts of White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugar Land Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Hello, Houston. Tomorrow's here. Time for an energy company that does more than just sell electricity, and that's Constellation. We offer electricity plans that include protection for your air conditioning. If something goes wrong, we'll fix it, and you pay nothing for covered parts and labor. Visit constellation.com/getmore or call 888-921-MORE to learn how all of this is included in one great electricity rate. Certain restrictions apply. Visit constellation.com or speak to a care representative for details. PUC 10014.
Plan your next group outing at beautiful Constellation Field. Looking to celebrate a birthday, host a large-scale event like a company party, or just looking to bring a large group to watch a baseball game? Constellation Field has you covered. We have several birthday packages as well as seating options that include our party suites and picnic plaza, as well as the field plaza to best accompany your group. Visit sugarlandskeeters.com or call us at 281-240-HITS for more info on all of our group packages.
Welcome back to beautiful Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon McCarthy here as the Skeeters are trailing the Bees 7-4 here in the top of the 9th. And it's new pitcher here for the Skeeters. It's going to be number 26, Daniel Gibson. Gibson, the big lefty, he's 1-2 on the season with a 2.49 ERA in 24 games and 21 2/3 inning pitched. And that brings up he who shall not be named, and I love what we're doing here on the video board as we have up there. Oh, sorry, let's introduce.
Ryan the Crybaby Jackson!
You heard it here, fans. You know who he shall not be named is, as he is up at the dish, and he is quickly ahead of Gibson 1-0. And that pitch is low and in the dirt, makes it 2-0. So like I was saying, love what we're doing now, because before we've been blacking them out, and that by that I mean we've been turning off the scoreboard, everything, not doing any walk-up music for them, just giving them the silent treatment, minus our great fan who you will hear call out who is hitting. But on the scoreboard right now we have, why can't we be friends, to he who shall not be named. And I think we all know why. The 2-0 pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, so it runs it to 2-1 to that shortstop. That shortstop, he's hitting .293 on the season with no homers and 10 RBIs. So Gibson comes set, kicks, fires, and called strike on the outside corner. Evens it up at 2-2 here. Gibson, he's 27 years of age. He's entering his first season with the Skeeters and his 7th at the pro level. He began the 2019 season with the AA Jackson, which is a Diamondbacks organization, and went 0-0 with a 3.6 ERA and 4 relief appearances. Gibson has what the sign he wants from Stanley. He comes set, kicks, fires, and he who shall not be named hits a weak ground ball over to Benacourt, who in plenty of time throws out that guy. So that does it for he who shall not be named, as he will now walk over to the bench, and we say goodbye to him in this 7-game series. That brings up the right fielder, number 28, Bijan Rajamajama, and he is 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a walk, a fielder's choice, and a blast, a 2-run blast over the left field wall in the top of the 7th earlier in this game, obviously. So Gibson has the sign that he wants. Kicks, fires, and ball, says the umpire, too far outside, make it 1-0. Gibson actually was acquired by the Skeeters from High Point Rockers for a player to be named later. He was 1-0 with a 3.4 ERA and 12 relief appearances for High Point. Here's the 1-0 from Gibson. And called strike. Oh, come on. No, it's called ball on the outside corner. So it makes it 2-0. Here to Rademacher. Gibson was selected by the Arizona Diamondbacks in the 7th round of the 2013 draft out of the University of Florida. So here's 2-0 to Bijan, and called strike on the inside corner, makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. He was also selected by the Brewers in the 26th round of the 2010 MLB draft out of Jesuit High School in Tampa, Florida. He spent all 7 seasons at the affiliate level in the Diamondback system. He has been a Diamondback and a High Point Rocker and a Skeeter. The 2-1 is hit deep over to left field. Bernard looks like he's underneath it, and he is, and squeezes it for out number 2. So Gibson so far 2 up, 2 down, and that brings up our good buddy, the big gluteus maximus hitter, number 9, the first baseman, Jason Rogers. Rogers 0 for 4 on the day with a fly out to right field, a ground out to second. He hit into a fielder's choice, and then he struck out last at bat. And Rogers has a big smile, as I was not listening to the walk-up song, but I saw him smile and turn and look towards the guys in the press box. I think he really does appreciate what we do for him. The first pitch from Gibson is called a strike to make it 0-1 here on Jason. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Skeeter still trailing the Bees 7-4. Gibson trying to get out of this inning and seeing if the Skeeters can walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-1 is fouled off, so it brings it to 0-2. 1 strike away here for Gibson of getting out of the inning. We mentioned how Gibson spent all of his affiliated level with the Diamondback system. He went 19-12 with a 3.2 ERA and 14 saves. He peaked at AAA. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm reading Ryan's notes here. And Ryan must have just been sleeping at the wheel at this typo, because this just makes no sense what he said. Nonetheless, 0-2 here to Rogers, and it's going to be a ball in the dirt. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes. As they play Sir Mix-a-Lot's most famous song, and you can see Rogers as he's digging into the box. He is grinning a little bit. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Gibson 1 strike away to sending it to the bottom of the 9th, giving the Skeeters a chance to walk it off. And swung on and missed. Good job there by Gibson, striking out Rogers for the 2nd time of the day. And he goes down 0 for 5. So we head to the bottom of the ninth. Can the Skeeters do it? Down 7-4 when we return here at Constellation Field.
Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeters home games every Sunday all season long. Just show proof of your membership at the ticket office to get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game while supplies last. Visit texasfarmbureau.org/sports to learn more about this offer and other benefits associated with your membership. This offer is exclusive to Texas Farm Bureau members and is only available while supplies last. So become a member today. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Sugarland Skeeters.
Memorial Hermann Sugarland Hospital has been named a recipient of the highly coveted 2016 Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, the nation's highest presidential honor for performance excellence. Memorial Hermann Sugarland was recognized for its outstanding commitment to sustainable excellence through innovation, improvement, and visionary leadership. Memorial Hermann Sugarland is the first Houston area healthcare organization to earn the prestigious Baldrige Award and only the third in Texas. The Sugarland Skeeters are proud to partner with Memorial Hermann Sugarland.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that finding the right team for your painting project can be overwhelming. We want you to have the best experience as we help your home or business come to life. We strive to deliver on our promise of care and quality. With our professionals by your side, the process will be easy and convenient, leaving you time for what matters most, like watching the Skeeters. Visit CertaPro.com today to book your free estimate. That's CertaPro with a C, C-E-R-T-A Pro.com. We do painting, you do life.
What's up, dudes? Pamela Printing, the preferred printer of the Sugarland Skeeters, the name you hear most often in Fort Bend County. People are talking about quality, dependability, on time, and helpfulness in producing a great business piece for their company.
Don't miss out on daily promotions this season at Constellation Field. Come to the park on Monday for discounted margarita prices as well as free tickets for fans who present military and first responder IDs. Visit us on Wednesday and enjoy $1 hot dogs as well as discounts on White Claw hard seltzer. Come thirsty on Thursday for $2 beers and sodas. And you definitely won't want to miss out on Fireworks Fridays. Close the week out on Sunday Fun Day where we'll have pregame autographs and kids run the bases. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field, everybody. Brandon MacArthur here with you as the Skeeters trailing the Bees 7-4 here. We head to the bottom of the ninth. New pitcher here for the Bees. It will be the closer, number 19, Jim Fuller. Fuller, he's 5-2 on the season with a 1.37 ERA and 14 saves. He actually appeared last Tuesday against the Skeeters where he collected a save in 1 inning pitch where he gave up 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts, and faced 4 batters. But the batter he's facing now is Albert Cordero, who's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 groundouts to second. First pitch here from Fuller is called a strike on the outside corner, so it makes it 0-1. Again, Skeeters still trailing 7-4 here, but they should be fired up as, for those that are watching at home, the rally sloth came out, and we all know we lose our minds when he comes out. Coco swings and hits a one way up in the sky, about a mile high. Might bring rain if it hits a cloud. And Rogers is underneath it and squeezes it for out number 1. So 1 down here. Skeeters down to their final 2 outs. And that brings up, it looks like it's number 6, Javi Baez, as he had a sub in for Jan Santi as Jan Santi went back to the locker room with an injured hand. Benacourt, $195 on the season, no homers, 5 RBIs. Read a few of his stats off earlier and talked about how he was a nice utility player for us last season, where he played all over the diamond, second, third, short. First pitch to Javi is a ball, says home plate umpire, so 1-0. Fuller on the mound here for the Bees. It's his 11th season at Pro Ball and his 2nd with the Bees and his 3rd season in the Atlantic League where he pitched for the Ducks in 2017. Next pitch to Benacourt is a ball, so it evens the count here at 1-1. Fuller has a sign he wants from Moore. He comes set, kicks, fires, and Benacourt rips one to he who should not be named, who scoops it cleanly, fires it over to first for out number 2. Skeeters down to their final out, and that's number 12, Cody Stanley. Stanley, he's 1 for 2 on the day with a fly out to center and a single in his last at-bat. So, Skeeters have 2 quick outs here. Stanley, the last hope, trying to see if he can extend this inning. But again, he's going against Fuller, who has been pretty lights out here for the Bees all season long with that 1.37 ERA. Here's the pitch to Stanley, and it's a ball that scampers away from Logan Moore, so it makes it 1 ball and no strikes. Speaking of Fuller, in 2018 with New Britain, he pitched 15 and a third innings where he gave up 9 hits, a walk, 17 Ks. The batting average against him was only $170 in 34 games versus lefties. He was drafted by the Mets in the 21st round of the 2008 MLB draft from Southern Connecticut State University. The 1-0 pitch to Stanley is fouled off the backstop, so it brings it even here at 1-1. Again, this is the final game of the series, as after tonight, Skeeters are on the road heading to Lancaster for a, let's see how many games, 3-game set in Lancaster and a 4-game set in York for returning back on the 30th against High Point. The 1-1 pitch is called a strike, says home plate umpire, so 1 ball and 2 strikes. And actually, when the Skeeters return on August 30th, that will be the second to last homestand of the regular season. Where did the time go? Before we ramp up for playoffs, make sure you come out for that in September. The 1-2 pitch is a ball low. Evens count here, 2-2 to Cody. The Skeeters clinched the first half Freedom Division Championship with a half-game lead over the York Revolution. The Skeeters have clinched 3 straight regular season division titles, which is a franchise record. Skeeters will be heading to the postseason for the 2nd straight season and for the 5th time in the franchise's 8-year history. So 2s across the board here to Stanley, and it's a ball in the outside corner, says home plate umpire, so it runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th. Stanley looking to see if he can extend this game. Actually, the Skeeters are making back-to-back postseason trips for the first time since 2014. Last season, we captured the title, so make sure you guys come out in late September to support us again. Here's the 3-2 to Stanley, and ring him up, says home plate umpire. And unfortunately, that will do it for the ball game here, as it is a 7-4 victory for the Bees to close out this homestand. New Britain, they put up 2 in the top of the 3rd, 3 in the top of the 5th, 2 in the top of the 7th. So they had 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. The Skeeters were only able to put up 3 in the bottom of the 5th, 1 in the bottom of the 8th. So that's only for 4 runs on 7 hits and an error. Fans, I really appreciate you letting me sub in and following along with me tonight as I subbed in for Ryan Posner. He'll be back next homestand, like I said, and I'll return back to the press box to bring you the cameras and all that fun stuff. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the ball game. And in the words of Shane Brown, good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Your attention, please. Attention, please.
And now the moment we've been waiting for is here.